Good evening and welcome to week 4 before Tokyo. It's Monday evening and I'm about to soak my legs in a salt bath, but I wanted to talk about a couple things from my long run today. My long run from this weekend, I ran it today because of family commitments, and so before work today, I ran 17.08. Every little bit helps. Interesting note to those of you who run around Town Lake here in Austin, the Austin area. I ran it this morning between about 8:30 and noon and 12:30, and right now it's almost 9 o'clock. And I went from my run straight to work, and feeling great, feeling good. The 7-mile loop that I've always thought was the 7-mile loop, a couple weeks ago when I ran it, I was getting a different number on my Garmin. And so I clocked it again this morning, and what I have thought was the 7-mile loop, how I run it, it's 8.08. And I was really excited by it, and I've been training a little bit further than I thought I had been training, which was great news. But on one section, there's the trail, and then there's like an outer trail, and it's not a mile or half a mile, so I'm not sure where the difference has been, but it's an 8-mile loop. And so that's what I did today. I did 2 of those, and then a 3-mile loop. No, that is not correct. I did, this is what happens after running a long distance in the day. I did the 2 8 miles, and because I ran 17, and then I ran back half a mile and back. Legs are feeling great. A couple of things I wanted to point out. I've been wanting to hit a 12-mile or 12-minute pace, because that's what I've been able to work on is like a 12 to 13. And the previous few that I've done, I was able to hit, I think my fastest was an 8:46 in Chicago, which qualified me for Boston. But they've been about 9.5 to 10-minute miles. This morning though, and the weather was in the low 60s. I was warm as I warmed up, not much wind, just kind of damp. And my first couple miles went real slowly, warming up like 12.5-minute miles. And then for some reason, like miles 3, 4, and 5, or 3 through 6, I hit a couple miles at 8.5, 8:45-minute miles, and then like a 9.5. And I kept looking at my legs, wondering what was going on. And the only thing I can think of is I've been praying a lot, but my breathing. In Tai Chi, we do breathing and meditation and accessing your chi, your little pod under your belly button. And I wanted to share this because I really think every time today, because I've been working on it and I've been trying it, and today, and then my pace went back up to 12, 13.5, the way I was training. But in Tai Chi breathing, we inhale at the front of our body, and then we push it down under our abdominal and rectum area, up along our back, through the back of our head, and then we have it come back down, and back up our front. And it's accessing our chi when we need it, and doing that really deep breathing. When I was running today, definitely didn't go that fast, and I knew I was probably going to pay for it a little bit later. But my times were still as I was thinking. But during the fastest times, every time I would visualize rotating my hips forward just a little bit, kind of like to sit down, and just relaxing, like sitting into it and letting really my legs and my hips do everything, I went faster. It didn't feel like it, but when I looked at my Garmin, it was showing, at one point I had a 7.5, and it just didn't make sense to me. I had Italian food yesterday. I didn't eat before I ran this morning. I got about 6 hours sleep. And so I think my breathing and sitting down and relaxing into it was a big part. Maybe the Italian bread from yesterday helped a little bit too. But I wanted to share that. I've also seen there's a few books out on Chi running, C-H-I, Chi running. And the breath really does, it just has an amazing, it's what it's all about, whether it's in the heat or whether it's in the cold. How we're able to control our breath will help us run. I hit some wind, like on the end of it, like about mile 14, and that was a little tough, but I think the best training is out in Mother Nature and hitting the elements. And so it was really fun, and I feel good. This week, so yesterday, excuse me, I still have a little bit of stuff in my nose from running today, because then it started to heat up a little bit in down on Town Lake. Yesterday, I stretched for 30 minutes and considered that my rest day. Today, I did the 17 miles, 17.08. After my salt bath, I'm about to practice some Tai Chi for about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to stretch for 15 minutes. And then I'm going to do a light core workout and hips. Clams for my knees, and doing some good stretches for my back. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I am going to my Tai Chi class tomorrow night. And then when I come home, I'm going straight out to my dojo at home, and I'm going to do 45 minutes on the walking pad at the highest rate to keep my legs moving. Wednesday, I am going to do a core workout, primarily ground kicks and sit-ups for 25 minutes. I'm also going to do some neck exercises. We used to do these in martial arts where you lay flat on the ground and you raise, everything's flat, but you use your neck to raise up. And then you lift your head up and you look to the left, and then you look to the right. And I'm planning to do 3 sets of 20. They're harder than you think when you start doing them, but it's really good for your neck. It really builds that up. And then weights with my arms and shoulders for 20 minutes, biceps and triceps. Thursday, I have my morning Kali session for an hour, and then my Tai Chi again Thursday night as I'm practicing a lot for my upcoming test. Jet's trying to get through the door. Then Friday will be my next quality run workout again. I'm going to do it at home in the evening after I get home from work. And I'm going to do a ladder workout, which I've done at the track quite a few times before. But I'm gonna run 3 laps around our yard. And then, which is about 0.65 of a mile, with a 30-second break, and then 2 laps the same direction, 30-second break, and then 1 lap. And it's a ladder because I'm gonna be going back down. You could go up, but I'm gonna come back down. And I'm gonna do that 3 times. That should take about 45 minutes. And then I'm gonna stretch my back and legs for 15 minutes and then do 100, I'm planning to do 100 squats. On Saturday, we have family commitments, but I am gonna do 1 hour of yoga and stretching at home. And then Sunday is gonna be the last, take a deep breath, my last long run of this mileage of 20 miles. A month before, as a recreational runner, is what I've always read. Really, I'm pushing it a little bit this week. Doing it within a week of each other, 17 and 20. But it is a training run, but I'm gonna do 20 miles on Sunday. I'm gonna do the 8-mile loop twice and then the 4-mile loop. That will be the last long one like that because our body needs time to rest before the marathon. I've done 22 before my first one, before New York, and my feet actually started hurting about 2 weeks before the New York Marathon really bad, and I was able to complete the marathon in like 4 hours and 9 minutes, my first one. But I think I was running too much, and so I've cut it off at 20, and then stretching that evening. And so I hope your training is going well and that you're getting excited. A lot of pieces are coming together. I'm still waiting on my passport, and I had it expedited and it should be here any day. But all the plans starting to happen for travel, and it's super exciting. So keep up the good work. We are getting into the taper zone, and I've got some information that I use coming over in the next couple of days. I'll post another video. Take care and have a glorious week. Bye.